immodest to say that for Weekly World News, these are the photographs of the decade.
High journalism? No, but tabloid sells. And the writers who created it were onto something. And now, we don't just read it, we watch it.
And coming up next, they bear all as a way of life.
The wheel of fortune.
Lathrop Wells is a small community of about 600 people in the Nevada desert. The town, made up of a brothel, a gas station, and a bar, is the center of life for its residents who have embraced the proposed nuclear waste dump to escape their isolation.
Restaurants have closed, auto parts shops have closed, and this will reopen the valley.
There's only one way to get here, right? And that's through the back gate. Right straight into Yucca Mountain. How can you lose?
Just 18 miles from the tiny town of Lathrop Wells, Yucca Mountain rises above the barren Nevada desert. It is here, in test facilities like this, that the Department of Energy is spending $2 billion to study whether the mountain will remain stable long enough to contain 70,000 metric tons of radioactive material from power plants and weapons production, this nation's most dangerous nuclear waste.
It has been looked at by scientists, and they felt in establishing the regulations that 10,000 years was a predictable time frame.
How can they know that Yucca Mountain will hold nuclear waste safely for 10,000 years? Critics say the answer to that question is they can't.
I must tell you that they constantly, consistently mislead. I don't want to use the word lie, but I think it's pretty close to that, to gain their objective.
We can't build it wrong. Impossible to build it wrong with the oversight we have.
But Yucca Mountain lies between two major earthquake faults and sits atop a huge underground water supply.
We're really not sure at this point what kind of ground motion that we're going to see at in this area. Most people are familiar with faults such as the San Andreas a little bit further to the west in California, but we do have earthquakes and faulting within Nevada area also.
And if that's a bit unsettling, consider this. 25 miles from Yucca Mountain, the government is testing nuclear bombs, detonating underground nuclear explosions up to 150 kilotons.
The diameter of this crater is 1,280 feet, and the depth is approximately 325 feet.
According to the Department of Energy, people can sometimes feel these blasts 90 miles away in Las Vegas.
Who's going to be around 100 years from now, forget 10,000 years, 50 years from now, to admit they made a mistake with the nuclear waste repository at Yucca Mountain, Nevada?
Yet the people we spoke to in Lathrop Wells don't seem overly concerned.
We've lived out here with so much stuff going on right across the road from us that I can't see what one more thing's going to hurt. You know, I've got 2 kids. They both go to school out here. I think that they probably profit by it.
10,000 years, we're not going to be around.
No one knows. Actually, no one knows what's going to happen 10,000 years from now. It could have an earthquake and the whole planet would spin off.
They're not going to worry about a handful of people when they can save millions. They're going to put it there regardless.
There is concern voiced even by the Department of Energy's own scientists that the nuclear waste repository may be pushed through even if the site is found unsuitable.
It's incredulous that people would have the presumption to say that we're making a way for 10,000 years and we're making it safe for 10,000 years. It's nuts. They can't even make decisions that are a good 5 years from now, let alone 10,000 years.
But 10,000 years is a long time, and the folks at the Watering Hole Bar are more concerned with the here and now, and they seem willing to roll the dice.
Nothing's glowing in the dark yet, so we're all right.
Our life will still be the same, a slow, easy crawl.
No, it can do nothing but good out here.
But they're going to be burying it. What you can't see ain't going to hurt you for a while.